Okay. Hi everyone.
Hello.
How are you guys doing today?
I hope very well.
How are you doing?
I'm doing very
Doing
good.
good?
How are you?
I'm doing great.
Great, awesome.
My name is Stav. I am the head of social media here at Lightrix, the company behind Night Photofox. And you are? Who are you?
I am. Who am I?
Something with a J.
I'm Joseph, and I am the visual artist of this company right here. And yeah.
And today we're here with actually a live tutorial. Usually we upload recorded tutorials on video, but today we're just going to go straight, no script, and do a live tutorial. So
straight into the business.
Straight into it. So what is cool about this tutorial is it really teaches you how to master layers. So if you transitioned from Enlight to Enlight Photofox and you're not really sure how to use layers well, that's one of the advantages of Photofox as compared to Enlight. Then this is a great tutorial for you. And actually, Joseph does something really cool. We can show them what they're, what it's going to look like. Yeah.
So
it might be a little creepy at first, but it's actually very cool.
it takes time, but don't worry. This is it. It's a cool thing. Like it's kind of turning her your skin into like a kind of a mask or like a costume, and then inside is like the whatever you want to put. In this case, the galaxy. We like a lot of galaxies.
Yeah, we're into galaxy.
And also we create a little effect that kind of looks 3D with these highlights and shadows in here, so it looks a little bit more realistic. And it's very, very simple. Looks kind of weird, but you're gonna see. It's
you
easy.
can do this tutorial in, I think I timed Joseph, you did it in 6 minutes. So it's a quick tutorial. If you're just looking to figure out how layers works and get into it, then this is for you. But before we do that, we actually want to show you a brand new feature that was just added to Enlight Photofox. I don't know if you guys have discovered it yet, but it is actually the ability to search and use stock photos. So a lot of times we tell people that they need to use high resolution photos, or people ask us, I want to use something, but it's just, I just found it on Google, is it legal to use? So it's not really. The best way to be sure that your stuff is legal and you can use it and you can reproduce, you can use it for reproduction, is to use free stock photo sites like, for example, Pixabay.
Yeah.
And actually Pixabay is one of the sites that we're working with. So all you do is you tap on...
You go here to the top menu, and then
you have this.
Basically, you go automatically. You go by default to photos, and then you have project. But then you have here in the bottom, you have this new icon, which is called search. And as you can see, you can just tap here and just look for anything you want to.
We searched for a fox because, you know, photo fox, but you can search for anything.
Like cats.
Yeah, cats are big. So if you want a high quality photo of a cat,
look at that. Just
you can
amazing.
just take one of these and start working with it. So instead of having to go into the internet, download and save the photo, you can actually do it right from within the app. So that's something pretty cool that we wanted you guys to make sure you knew about, because it's sort of hidden there. I think we can get started with this tutorial.
Yeah. We can definitely start. Wait a second. Okay. Okay, so let's begin again from 0. Let's tap and let's look for our original image. Are some people here already?
We have 18 people watching us, 16. We actually have Prasad is saying hello. Hi, Prasad.
Hello.
And we have Juan Pacheco. Pacheco from Mexico. Hi, Juan.
Hello, Juan.
Thanks for tuning in. Okay, so can you guys hear us? Because we're getting some comments that maybe the sound isn't good, so we want to fix it.
Let me check if we are.
Yeah,
connected.
you can check it.
Hello,
If you guys can't hear us, let us know right in the comments. It sounds like they can hear us.
Yeah.
Jeremy's asking if we're going to get the iPhone X. I hope we get the iPhone X, Jeremy.
We're looking for it.
I hope they give us the iPhone X here. We don't know. Okay, they say that they can hear you.
Okay,
so,
great.
So, okay.
Good.
If you can't, let us know right in the comment. Jeremy, you're very helpful. Thank you.
Thank Thank you very much.
Okay, let's go. Let's show you how to use layers.
Okay, this is the original photo. As you can see, the most important here is to get a high quality image, high resolution. That's gonna give us those crispy edges and that it will look very good. And basically, we only need one image. If you want to have another image for the behind, that's gonna be inside. If you have something in mind that you want already, so you need to get this image. But if not, you can use all the stock that we already have in the app. Okay, so let's go to layers and then erase. Let's go to eraser, and then first we're gonna set our brush to be as sharp as it can be. So make sure it's in 100 of opacity, and it's gonna be 0 feather, and turn off the edge avoidance. So it will just go smooth, and it will not.
You want that just to be really crisp.
Yeah. And now we're gonna start making any pattern. Just think of anything. You can do any shape that you want. I'm gonna just do very big and rough strokes, something like that, like also circles. Just I'm gonna make some patterns. Maybe that's too big. I'm gonna make it a bit smaller. Maybe even a bit smaller. Just, you know, be creative, be playful, have fun with it. This is the whole point.
So everywhere you're tapping is actually a transparent layer that comes underneath the app, so you can see those.
Yes, exactly. That's what I'm doing here. I'm making holes. Basically, I'm making holes in the portrait so that I can actually show after that any image behind that. So that's the first step. I'm gonna make the third eye in there.
If you guys have any questions about what Joseph's doing or about anything else, feel free to write them in the comments below. I can see them and I can answer you right now live, so why wait?
No need for waiting.
Georgios is actually asking, can you put the painting options at the PhotoFox app? So we're actually working on something really cool regarding painting, something even better than the Enlight painting tool. So stay tuned for that. It's something we're working on. Juan is asking us, when will PhotoFox be available for Android? I have some sad news for you, Juan. We're actually not working on that at the moment. Something that could definitely happen in the future, but right now there's no timeline for that. So you might want to buy an iPhone. That's cool. I like the big circle.
Yeah,
you did.
It adds something. I don't know.
Joseph, I told people this tutorial takes 6 minutes.
Oh, well, 6 minutes. That was when I was doing it for the first time, but for some reason, then I get more perfectionist.
Yeah, I know how it works with you. For those of you guys who this is your first time, we usually do this at a different hour. So if this is your first time, you can actually check out all of our other live sessions and all of our video tutorials on our YouTube channel. They're also all on Facebook, but it's sometimes a little bit easier to check out our YouTube channel. We have an Enlight PhotoFox playlist, and you can see all of our live sessions, all different topics, all that we go over. I think all of the tools. We answer a lot of questions that you might have. So check it out, youtube.com/EnlightPhotoFox. And you can subscribe, and then you'll know whenever we upload something new. And we'll also upload this tutorial there, so if you want to check it out.
Yeah, okay, now there's some kind of jayware or like a cheetah thing going on here. Like
yeah.
There's some kind of something interesting. So I'm done doing the holes, and let's say now I'm gonna add a transparent layer. And I'm gonna go to fill. I'm gonna fill it with white. Tap the check mark, and I'm gonna bring this layer behind her.
This is something actually really cool because you can, and with Enlight, you had to always go into image, adjust offset. You had to move the offset to 100 or negative 100 to get a white background. But here you actually have a blank canvas that you can work with. We give you all different colors, also textures. So that's something that's pretty cool with the new PhotoFox.
Yeah, it became so much easy now that we have to do that when we want to make just a blank canvas. You can also start from the beginning and just set your size. So what we're gonna do with this layer, we're gonna go to artistic and then urban, and we're gonna choose some cool texture. If you, as I say, if you have already your cool texture or something you specifically want to have, like the sea or anything, then just go for it, and you don't need to do this step. But in this case, I'm gonna show you. Then let's go to Orion. Let's choose something like this. Now, as you might see, when you choose this texture, you don't see much of it, right? But if you go to colors, you play with color 2, for example, and then you turn it to black, then you'll see the texture. But if you choose, for example, this one, then it looks less clear. Then you have to go back to color and also check that out. I mean, each texture needs a different combination of colors.
Basically, you have a ton of options. You just have to sort of figure out what they are. So always, whenever you're in a tool, and you can go into that Tools tab there, check out what kind of options you have, because you might find something that works better for that particular photo, or something that you like better.
It's about playing and, you know,
experimenting.
Cool. Okay, I like this one. I'm gonna. No, you know what? I think I'm gonna try this one also. I'm gonna give it a chance, and maybe I can. That's what I'm looking for. And if you tap again on the texture, you will have it rotated.
Kind of like that.
So I'm gonna stick with this, and let's tap the check mark. Now.
We have a question. We have a few questions. First of all, Jeremy's asking who comes up with all these ideas and designs, and what inspires you. So actually, the reason we're here is because mostly Joseph comes up with the designs.
Yeah, well.
Every now and then, I have a brilliant idea, right?
Yeah, it happens also, of course.
every now and then. What inspires you?
Well, what inspires me? Everything, actually. It can be also artists. And I see the work they do, and then that gives me an idea, you know, how could I do this? And then I kind of try to add my own touch to it. And sometimes I'm just, you know, seeing pictures of nature or anything, and then that gives me an idea. You know, it's not it doesn't have to be something creative, but it's something that looks interesting in nature, like, I don't know, like the texture of the sea, the texture of the skin of like I said, this girl right now, she looks like a cat from, like, you know, with
a cheetah,
like a cheetah or something. So these kind of things could inspire me. Basically everything. I'm very visual also, so I need to get the inspiration from visual stuff, but it's also very important that each one needs to know what is its own channel of inspiration. Like, it could be music, it could be something like you read something and then that gives you an idea. So you also need to be aware of what is your channel of inspiration. It could be both, you know. So for me, I'm a very visual person, so I see something, gives me an idea. Yeah. So, getting back to the tutorial, I'm gonna duplicate this first layer, the layer of the girl, with the holes, and I'm gonna duplicate. You can duplicate in many ways. One of them is by tapping and then just tapping.
You'll see the option to duplicate.
Or you can drag and drop here to the plus sign, and then do duplicate. We're gonna do this twice. So one layer we're gonna turn it completely into white, and the second layer we're gonna turn it into black.
And the point of all this is that we're going to use the black and the white to really create depth, so that you can see how the holes look like they're actually like in her skin.
Yeah. Somebody here is asking, and I think I know this person, Raquel Ashkenazi, is asking, where is Joseph from? Where? I am from Venezuela, and hello Raquel, hola, y un saludo. I know she speaks Spanish. I think I know her.
You planted her.
Yeah. Okay, so the way we're gonna do this, we're gonna go to Darkroom, and we're gonna turn it, we're gonna go to Tools, Basic, and Offset. So if you want it completely white, swipe to the right, I'm not seeing, but if you tap this icon here, then you can see only the layer that we're working on. So by swiping to the right, you're gonna get it completely white. Tap the check mark. Now for the second layer, again, same procedure. Let's go to tools and then basic, offset, and then let's swipe to the left. To the left, to the left. To the left. And tap the check mark. Okay, now we have these two layers, and now we're gonna do something very simple. We're gonna move it a little bit to the right, let's say the white, just a little bit, so we can see just a little bit of it. Okay, and the second, the black one, we're gonna turn, but to the opposite side, now to the left and down.
Sometimes we get questions from people that they're trying to duplicate. I wanted to say this before and I forgot. They're trying to duplicate and they don't see the option to duplicate. So that's actually, you need to be using the Pro version in order to use more than 2 layers. So if you have PhotoFox you download for free, that's totally cool. There's a lot of cool tools you can use, but you only can use 2 layers. So if you want to use up to 5 layers, you need to go Pro and get the Pro version, and then you get, besides that, you also get a lot of content packs and you got a lot of other stuff. So that's a reason that you can do that, and that's also the reason that you won't see the options to duplicate.
Yeah. You see, Ismael is also singing to the left,
Singing with
right?
you.
Yeah. So one thing about that, you could do this also by using just 2 layers. If you, for example, if you just don't add, you don't have to add right now the layer of the stars, and also the black one. You can just stay with the girl and then the white, and then you do merge, and then you add another one, and it will be a little bit longer.
It's more difficult, yeah.
But it's possible. You can do it also in
right.
the not Pro version. So now we have this image, and all we have is just some tweaks of color filter, but we can merge all these images and have a single layer that we can apply all the effects. You can also save and then reopen it, and then you don't have to do all the merging. And we're gonna add some preset in darkroom, maybe portrait, since we're working with a portrait, but I'll add a little bit more of structure and a bit more saturation. Tap check mark. And also maybe some film. Ooh.
Jeremy is asking, you see how you made it all white? Is it possible to click mix and add a photo on the top, blend, and then erase the parts you don't want and basically add your own design?
Wait, I think I didn't follow you there.
So he's saying this app has different features than your first app. So Jeremy, you're using Enlight, not Enlight PhotoFox. So you're trying to achieve this effect with the mixer tool, but with your own photo.
Yeah.
Can you do it?
Is it possible to click mix and add a photo on top, blend, and then erase the parts you don't want, basically, and your own design? You can do it.
I think you can do it. We need to try it out to figure out exactly what you're doing.
Yeah. Wait, let me finish here with this. We're about to finish. Okay. Looks good.
But Jeremy, you should just download Enlight PhotoFox because it has a lot. It makes your workflow a lot more simpler. Than I know it's hard to get into a new app, and like you already know Enlight really well, but PhotoFox makes things a lot more simpler, and we're also going to be adding new stuff, and there's new features. There's like the light effects, which isn't there, which we use sometimes.
But it's very cool.
There's a lot of cool stuff. So if you're still debating, this is actually a great tutorial to get started with PhotoFox, and you can download the free version.
Yeah.
Okay, so
I think we're ready.
We're ready. Let's upload.
Yes, done. Check. Not the check mark, this thing, and then
export button.
Export button. Thank you very much. Instagram.
If you guys don't follow us on Instagram, you should, but even more than that, you should be tagging your photos with hashtag PhotoFox so that we can feature you. And now that there's the new search feature, you can use, one of our biggest pet peeves is when people do really cool stuff, but they don't use high resolution photos. So now that you have the stock photos just in the
Now
app.
there's no excuse. Now you have all the cool high resolution pictures. So it's gonna be better because you're gonna have better results, and it's gonna be also easier for you to work. And afterwards, if you wanna, let's say you wanna print it or you wanna, I don't know, do anything with that design, then you don't have to redo it because you realize that it's all pixelated, right? So it's very important.
Yeah. It drives us crazy when we find a really cool design and then...
Yeah, it's such a pity.
Yeah. Okay, so I think we're ready to upload this.
Yeah.
So if you guys want to check it out, we can show you. Also, I think our feed is a great place to go for inspiration. So we actually, this is a cool thing someone did. It looks like an album cover or something like that. This is by Distorted Designs. You can also find cool people to follow here. We have this guy, Edit.15, which this is a really cool thing. We have someone who, I like this. This guy's cool. I think it's Simon Dukov. Does a lot of cool stuff with elements. So if you're looking for inspiration, this is another great source.
That's about it. I mean, you need to have sources of inspiration, of stuff that you know you like, and then you see some specific art that you like, a piece or work, and then you try to find out about that person, and then you try to follow it, and then you kind of start collecting, and then every time you want to see just cool stuff, just go to those sources and then start seeing the feeds. I mean, Pinterest or Instagram or anything that you find, and that's a very, very good way to stay, also to see what people are doing, what's out there, and
what's trending,
and also by following these trends, and then you can actually try to learn how to do it, and then at the end you can also kind of, at some point you can add some different thing, and that's also gonna lead you to your own voice. That's very important.
All right, so I think we're done for today. Thank you guys for watching us.
Thank you.
If you have any questions, ask them in the comments below, message us on Facebook, reach out to us at our email, and yeah. And if you have ideas for tutorials, by the way, let us know.
Yeah.
Yeah, we also get our inspiration from you, so be in touch.
Bye.
Bye.
Thank you.